Do a quick audio test real quick. Do a quick audio test real quick. Alright, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to the first ever BLC podcast. I'm Lucas,
I'm Chase.
and today is going to be the introduction to what we're going to be hopefully moving forward to. Plans, everything that's went on in the past few years since our last YouTube video. Holy cow, let me mute this real quick, sorry. But as always, before we ever start any video, you gotta put one in. You ready, Chase?
I am ready. I've been ready for 51 minutes now to put this dip in. Some Grizz. I got the cool can on here. Sweet.
No.
Sweet. We're still trying to figure all this stuff out.
Listen, what you see right now is very impressive.
And I'm frozen.
No, you're not.
Yeah. Lucas,
Listen, what you guys see on the screen right now took a lot of skill and development, stuff that we both are incapable of doing.
Man, we literally spent like hours last night just trying to figure out how to do everything.
Yeah, there's gonna be technical difficulties. All right, so everybody just ride along. We'll get through it. There's probably better ways to do the things we're doing. We'll figure them out along the way, but all that matters is right now we are here, you are here, and we have a lot of stuff to talk about.
We do. First, you need to put a dip in.
I already did. Did you?
Oh, I didn't see you. Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay. Sweet. I guess first, to anybody watching, I'm pretty sure the volumes are pretty good. Is my voice too loud, too quiet, or Chase's? Let us know. We'll try and make any changes that we can. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and kick off into the first topic and discussion, and that is, where's BLC been? Where are we now? What's happened since the last video? It's been so long, I don't even know when the last video was uploaded, to be honest. I would go look, but when I touch my computer, you freeze.
Yeah, don't do that.
So, let Chase go look. It's definitely been, I'm going to say 20.
Well, our last video was the coming soon for the podcast.
Well, other than that, that doesn't count. Like the last.
So
BLC video.
Our last BLC video was the BLC Reacts, and that was in 2019.
All right, that one doesn't count. Let's go back.
So before that, it was okay. That one was September 22nd of 2019. The one before that was April 22nd of 2019, 2019. It was the blindfolded dip taste test.
Okay, yeah, that was a good one. And you said that was 2017?
No, 2019.
2019. Okay. So,
yeah, and then
3 years ago. That's honestly, I thought it was longer.
In 2019, we only posted 2 videos. One of which was the BLC Reacts.
Mm-hmm.
2018, we posted 3 videos. Surprise, surprise. One of them was "We're Back." And
Yeah,
then
I'm
the
not
last
gonna
one
get
was
into
Mom
that.
Tries. Yeah, Mom Tries Dip. Hey, 2017 though. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 videos. That's at least, that's more than once a month.
Mm. Yeah, well, so that last BLC video was 2019. There's a lot of stuff that's happened since then. And there's a lot of stuff
Yeah.
that's happened since, because there was one period where we were making those videos like back to back to back, and then we took a long break, and then like the blindfold dip taste test came out. But so it's been 1920. It's been almost 5 years since the channel started, and that's when we were making most of the videos. And it's been 3 years since the last one, and a lot of stuff's happened since then. Um, Kept us busy, but good things. Good things. If you want to start, I can go after you and let everybody know what's been going on.
Well, most of everybody that I surround myself with already knows I have a baby. It's not so much a baby anymore. He's 2. His name's Noah. Gosh, I can't remember what was going on in the last video.
So the last video
It was the blindfolded.
it was your first house,
Yeah.
and we were
Yep.
in. Yeah, it was in your first house in
Yep.
Dysersville.
No, in Alabama. And then, uh, uh, I don't know what else has changed since then. Like, my life's not that really. I mean, there's nothing major. I mean, I got married in 2019, had a baby in 2020. Um, Work at the same place. Just had a birthday. I'm 24 now.
So in the past 3 years, you only have 3 things. Nothing
Well,
else.
in the past 3 years, we've actually bought a house, had a baby.
What year did you get married?
2019.
So that was in 2019.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
The
So
19th of October of 2019.
yeah.
Trying to make it like 10, 19, 19 so I'd never forget it. You know?
Okay. Yeah. Well, for me, a lot of things have
Yeah, let's
changed.
hear about you. Let's hear about you.
I'm currently in Seattle. Not in Seattle, but an hour away from Seattle, Washington. In August 2020, joined United States Army. I've got about a year and 2 months left before I get out. That was, and yeah, I mean, there's probably some stories I can come up with, but most of my career's been work, and there's not much to talk about that. But it's been good in some aspects. It's sucked in other aspects. It just depends how you want to look at it. I'm definitely ready to get out, and I ain't got too much longer left. And then the plan, whenever I do get back, is me and Chase do some stuff like we're doing right now, but
Mm-hmm.
we'll be able to do it a lot more. We'll be able to do it in person together. This right now, I mean, we're literally on opposite sides of the country.
Right.
But I mean, it's a really good format that we've gotten going here because this is allowing us, no matter where we're at, to be able to make videos like this.
Right.
But other than that, I'm back in school. That's one of the reasons why I joined the Army, is because I dropped out of school. Now I'm back in school because I realized I don't want to be in the Army.
When you say school, you mean you talking about college?
Yeah.
We both graduated high school. One of us barely did, but hey. I still
Barely did and did means you both did. So
Yeah.
it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I mean, honestly, after saying it's been kind of boring, I guess, past few years. We don't have anything
I mean,
crazy exciting. I mean,
There's obviously stuff that like we're not really thinking of right now, and there's stuff that we can't really talk about right now.
oh, we're winging this right now, so like I
Yeah.
didn't have like stories prepped or anything. So I mean, if
Yeah.
I think of something, I might come out and talk about it sometime in the podcast. But
I
yeah,
do
we're
have
just
some.
doing what we do best. We're just out here just jabbering. We don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, if you and anytime during any of these podcasts or anything, if you have anything that you want us to talk about, just leave it in the comments and interact with us. We're sitting here. We'll read comments. Talk to us.
But now that we know what,
If you have questions,
now that we know kind of what's been going on with us these past few years, Chase is married, has a kid, has a house. I've joined the Army. Kind of close to getting out. I like to look at it as kind of close. It's still over a year.
I mean, I thought you still had a year and a half left.
Yeah, I mean, time's been flying lately. I'm not gonna lie. Ever since I got out of training, and I've come to up here to Washington and started doing my job, the time in the Army's definitely went by a lot faster. But I mean, if you want, we can go ahead and start talking about like how it all started, what started BLC. Kind of look back, go
Yeah.
over like everything.
Go down
that
memory
happened.
lane.
Yeah, kind of go down memory lane up until the point we just talked about in 2019.
Yeah.
So the year was what, 2017 we started?
Yep. 2017.
Yeah, so we started in 2017.
And we were like,
And
there was no plan to it either. Like we literally we were at a friend's house and we were like, hey, we could start a YouTube channel, Dippin', because I mean, Outlaw was doing it for a while. There were some people on YouTube that were doing it, and we were just like, hey, we could do this. I mean, we're pretty funny, and we literally just propped up our phone on a kitchen table and just started recording. And it all started with you, because at the time I couldn't handle dip.
so the very first video was at our friend's house on his kitchen table. That's where the first video was.
Yeah, yep. Our first ever video, because we were chilling on the couch, and
We were talking about it. I think we were talking
Yeah.
about like watching, because we were watching the YouTube channels like Outlaw, Mudjuk One, Chris Dips, I think was
yep,
one.
Chris Dips, yep. But mainly Outlaw, because like I don't know, he was different. You got all the dipping channels, but like he was I don't know, he brought comedy to his videos, and was actually enjoyable to watch, more enjoyable than other dipping channels.
Yeah.
And that's what we try to do is, dip, and also like try to be funny and make you guys laugh and have a good time, and and also like make ourselves laugh and give ourselves something to do. Because I mean, I would look forward to making videos like every day.
Yeah. Yeah, so it all started friend's house, kitchen table, propped the phone up, and we didn't have. I think we came up with the idea of the video maybe an hour before we started recording it. And we kind of went into it the same way we went into this podcast. We literally were like, here's the idea, and then we'll just wing it from there.
You know, a lot of people that do videos, they have scripts and stuff that like what they're gonna exactly kind of like leading up to the end, you know, the beginning, the middle, and end, kind of like a story, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But we just say, all right, here's the subject, let's talk about it,
Yeah.
and just wing it.
Yeah. Because it was like that for every video. Because I remember we were sitting there, we didn't like have the chew on us at the time. We were talking about like we could start a chew reviews channel. That's what it was. So like all the first videos was going to be like we're going to review chew, and then we would rate it chew or spit.
Yep.
So we were like, for this first video, let's go get like, I think it was like 2 bags maybe of chew, and we'll review it in front of the camera. We'll give our opinion on what it tastes like.
It was Taylor's Pride. First time trying Taylor's Pride.
Yeah, so an hour before we started recording, we just ran to the gas station, bought a bag of Taylor's Pride, and then just put it all on camera.
Yep.
And uploaded it. And that first video was just like a raw recording from start to finish. There was like no edits, nothing special about it.
No edits whatsoever. A
Um,
lot like our we didn't even really start editing until
later down the road.
like maybe a year later, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was at least a year
Yeah.
because
It
we
was
had
a
we had
while.
no idea what we were doing.
Because like we kept making the videos, and we were like, all right, what can we do to improve? What can we be more creative on? And at the time, especially during high school, it was all about having that cool intro. So the very first edit that came was getting that cool intro going. So I just took clips of all the past videos and put some music on it. And that was all the editing was done on my iPhone too. And we thought we had the coolest thing going. When I made that intro, we went crazy over it.
Dude, that intro, it's a little long. It's like a minute long, but it's a cool intro.
Yeah, still to this day though, for our standards, it's a pretty good intro. I'm still happy with it.
Like even this whole setup here, the you know, credit to Lucas, like just amazing.
Yeah, it's a little above our standards we got going right now.
Yeah, it really is.
We put all the effort into this visual aspect, and
Yeah.
we are now winging it. So
Yep. We've honestly put in we really do put in a lot of effort for this stuff. You know, whenever we can. Like, I mean, we had more time in high school when we were in high school than we do now, just
yeah.
because of our schedule. Because I mean, I work 12-hour nights. Lucas, his schedule goes back and forth, and plus he's 3 hours behind the time here, and it's just like we thought we didn't have any time then, but now we really don't have much time.
Yeah, because back then it was all about we always had the weekends off, or after school we didn't have nothing to do, so we just go do something stupid on the camera,
Right.
and we'd keep making those videos.
This Walmart vlog.
Yeah, like we were making these chew review videos left and right, and then we started moving towards dip review, and then we're like, let's expand, let's do vlogs, and then we would just go to our local Walmart and we just walk around and do nothing.
Mm-hmm. Like anytime we got together, we were like, hey, let's make a Big League Chewer video.
Yeah.
And our second video. So I don't know if we talked about this or not, but literally our camera was just a phone taped to the wall.
It was duct taped to a wall.
Yeah. Like we've never used an actual camera to record anything. It's always been an iPhone. So like with what we had, I feel like we done pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just I'm looking through these old videos and there's just it's all just like taped on a wall or propped up against something. Like our second video was first time trying Durango, but in that video we actually tried more than just Durango. We tried Redman Golden Blend, which see here in the description it says Redman Golden Brand. There's a typo in there. Oh man.
Screwball dipping on some Longhorn Wintergreen. Love y'all's videos. Hey, thanks, dude.
Thank you.
It means a lot.
It really
like I
does.
said,
Like it means a lot to us.
Yeah, like we know there's not a lot of y'all here. We definitely had our highs back when we were making videos. A lot of people in school watching them. Glad to see some of y'all still sticking around. We hope to see what we can bring back, though. So stick around and see what we got. We plan on making this a pretty normal thing. I think one of the things that led to our fell off back in 17, 18 was fresh out of high school. I mean, we were just like, hey, let's make a video whenever we can. Now we're going to have more of a schedule. We kind of know when we're going to have free time, when we're going to have same days off. Right now, what it looks like is every other week, me and Chase will have the same 2 days off. We haven't really actually discussed a schedule yet, but it'll probably be on a probably every 2 weeks we'll come out with a podcast. We'll see.
Yeah. And I mean, to compensate for that, I don't mind going, a couple hours long for the podcast just because, like, we're not, like, it's not going to be a week-to-week thing.
Yeah.
For as of right now, it's not going to be a week-to-week thing.
Yeah. And, like, right now we're doing this, like, live format. If there's ever a scenario that, like, we can't go live on a scheduled podcast date, we'll try and, like, keep some pre-recorded podcast in I guess storage, and we'll just upload those on the days that we are unable to go live, because there's no telling what can happen, especially Chase has got a family, I'm in the Army, my days off are not guaranteed. I can be called into work any minute, so never know.
Screwball
what's gonna
says,
happen.
I'm dipping Longhorn. It's cheapest long cut. Ain't bad. It's just cheap taste though.
Yeah.
There's been times I had to dip Longhorn.
Yeah.
You short on money? Your name's Chase? That's awesome. I've actually met a lot of other Chases in life.
Well, it's a common name.
It is. It is. It's more common than what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Like growing up.
But yeah, going back, looking at those videos, I mean, they were fun. They were fun to make. And we moved on from Chewer Spit. We did those a couple times. We thought of what else we could do, so we started mixing stuff together. And then we started trying dips that tasted awful, and Chase's
Skullberry.
Chase's weak stomach, I think,
Dude.
threw up twice.
It's bad. So was the Skullberry, which was it looks like our first video with actual dip. I gagged, and like it was hilarious.
That was the first time I had ever tried it. I think Chase said he tried it once before. He hated it, but he was willing to do it again for a video.
Yep.
It was pretty funny. At first, I thought he was kind of acting for the camera, doing those like dry heaves. And
No.
it came out.
No, what was really bad was that kayak natural.
Now that one was bad, but that one was bad because of what you did. Because I'm pretty sure it was either just straight kayak natural or it was fine cut or something. It was.
I think it was fine. It was fine cut. I think.
I can't remember, but it was. You couldn't pinch it, and we barely were able to get a pinch, put it in, and Chase tried, and he just said "F it," and he started pouring it in his mouth. And if looking at the video, I'm pretty sure we all like backed up after he did that. We knew what was coming after that. When Chase poured it in his mouth, we knew what was coming after that. And was not censored. Chase was in the background throwing up multiple times.
Yep. Skull Cherry.
But there was some
I like
things.
Skull Cherry.
There was some good things because like we made that Dr. Pepper dip mix that actually tasted good. I think it was a mixture of what was it? Grizzly Straight, Skull Cherry, something else, maybe like Skull Citrus.
What are those suckers? The blow pops. That's what Skull Cherry tastes like to me, and I like those suckers. But yeah, that was a bad night for me. The throwing up. That was rough.
Yeah.
I think we had just came back from eating too.
Probably explains why you were struggling so much back there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we tried a lot of things. We disagreed on some. I still, to this day, I don't know if I mentioned it back in those previous videos, but we did start with like reviewing chew, and I still to this day think Stoker's Red Supreme is the best chew out there. Now, I do think Redman Select is better overall, or better when you straight compare it to Red Select. I think it's Red Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
But the Red Supreme bags at the time were like $2, and Redman Select was like $8.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot more expensive, and I think the Red Supreme definitely held up for only
Chew
being
is
$2.
definitely a lot more expensive than dip, but especially where you're at, like I bet it's
Yeah, okay, yeah, because where I'm at, I'm buying a can for $8. So Grizzly Wintergreen up here is $8 a can. I don't
crazy.
I don't even want to talk about how much I've probably spent in the past year and a half I've been here on dip, because it's been expensive. It's been expensive.
Yeah.
But hey, moving on from the mixing the dips and trying out the chews, we started doing the vlogs. We did that Walmart vlog. The idea was we're gonna take the phone to Walmart and we're just gonna record and see what happens. I think the video came out pretty okay.
Yeah. Red Supreme
definitely had some funny moments in it.
Well, Screwball, what was your first, like, did you start on chew or dip? And what was your first? What was your first? Because my first actual chew was the Stoker's Apple. That's what kind of got me started.
Now,
and then I could
Yeah, so
Go ahead.
like you originally like, because I remember when we first started making, like when we first met, you
Mm-hmm.
were chewing, not
Yep.
dipping, because you said you couldn't dip.
Right.
Now, when you started, was it chew or was it dip?
Chew. Chew.
So you started on chew, and it was like, what was it that you were chewing? Like Stoker's apple?
Um. Yeah, that was the first one, and then I got hooked on that because it was like the flavor of it was really good. To me, at least. Uh, and then what was it? It was, I think it was Grizzly Straight, or no, it was yeah, it was Grizzly Straight. The that was the first dip I could actually like have in without throwing up and getting sick. So that was rough too, man. Like all my friends around me were dipping, and like I couldn't handle it, and like I was so relieved whenever I found Grizzly Straight.
Yeah. Um, and then I know I first started on Copenhagen Wintergreen. I think I might have dipped Copenhagen Wintergreen as an everyday for like 6 months.
Yeah.
Eventually, switched over to Grizzly Wintergreen and dipping that until today. Grizzly Wintergreen's been my everyday. I've
Yeah, me
never,
too.
I've definitely tried a lot of chews. I like it, but it's never been like it was never my everyday like it was for Chase's. So he was kind of like he was kind of the expert whenever it came to those reviews. Um, but yeah, going back to like Walmart stuff, the Walmart vlog. We built a tent. The
The salt, the sauce challenge where we tried
oh
different
yeah, we did the
sauces.
sauce challenge. We did we tried the Grinds coffee pouches. Mom
Yeah.
tries dip.
Yeah.
It's kind of clickbaity. Oh, and we can talk about the clickbait videos. Oh my gosh. There
Yeah.
was a couple
Yeah. There was
clickbait
one.
videos, and
There was one called I Quit Dip.
let's just say all the clickbait videos were definitely in the hands of Chase,
They were. They were. I'll
because
admit it.
there was the video was literally titled "I Quit Dip,"
And I
and the
put a dip in.
very first thing Chase does in the video is put a dip in and never talk about quitting dip.
Hey, it got
Like
240 views.
you
It got us
you
views.
got the complete wrong idea of what clickbait means, because clickbait means the title is it's somewhat playing off of like what happens in the video, but like it's not
Well,
close. It was
I was talking about quitting. I
clickbaits.
talked about quitting.
Clickbaits are an exaggeration of what happened to get people to click on the video. That was just like a straight up fib. Cause,
It it got us more views
because Chase is
than the
like,
sauce
I'm gonna
challenge.
make a video, and then I'm titling the video that has nothing to do with the video. And then the mom tries dip. That wasn't real clickbait, because like she tried it, but it was coffee pouches. So it's like
Our
you see the
best
correlation there.
our best video on here was the blindfolded dip taste test.
And that was like the most recent one too, which is
Yeah.
crazy because we had been gone for a long time before we posted that video. Like we had quit making videos for a long time.
For a
And
year, over a year.
yeah, and we had this good idea. It probably came from somebody else, honestly.
It
Like,
definitely did. Outlaw.
but yeah, and very shocking to see how many views that one got. Does it say how many? You're looking at it.
Yeah, 372, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah, 372.
yeah, that's
Which I
crazy.
mean, that's not a lot for like YouTube, like other YouTubers, but for just two kids that have no idea what they're doing, and that just turn on an iPhone, start recording, throw a dip in. That's I
Mhm,
mean that's pretty good. That's pretty
mhm.
good. Pretty
Um,
good.
another funny video. Uh, I wouldn't call it clickbait because the intention was there, it just never happened. But it was called New BLC Office, and there was a shed behind Chase's house. That was
Keyword was.
shed. It might have
What?
been like 8 feet long, 6 feet wide, full of full of stuff. You couldn't walk in it. It was full of stuff, and we were like, we could make this our office. What do we need an office for at 18 years old? Not a clue.
I mean, it wasn't really like my idea of the office wasn't for like, let's just sit here and do some, check my emails. It was more like a video room, like a
Like a studio.
yeah, like a studio.
Because
That's what I had in
a
my head.
studio with no studio equipment, because we were still just shooting with an iPhone that we would duct tape to a wall.
Yeah.
And then throughout the video, it would peel off and start falling. We'd have to push it back.
I think that's why we actually started editing, was because we were tired of like the camera just slowly to start to like fall, and we were like, we need to edit that out.
Yeah, we need to edit. We need to edit out the fact that we don't have anything that we're recording with but a phone and duct tape.
Yeah.
But hey,
Screwball says, I'm buzzed as heck right now. I like it. Man, I don't get buzzed anymore from dip. And that sucks.
I mean, I can get a small one if I've taken a break, because my gums hurt. I might take like 2 days off. Yeah, I'll get one. But yeah.
Oh, and while I'm looking at it, when we try to come out with merch,
I still have mine. I don't think it's here in Washington with me though. I think it's actually back home in North Carolina.
Yeah.
We
made what?
Not gonna lie, shout out, because those shirts are pretty sick.
They are. They have our
only
logo.
2 or 3 were only made.
I think 4.
4, and they were, I guess you would call prototypes, but they came out good. Like I mean,
yeah.
Chase.
I mean, the logo is here, and then on the back it says, "Sit back and spit black." I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shirts came out really well. I was excited. Yeah, it was pretty neat. But back to the shed thing, like we went out there and we realized it was going to be a project to get that shed into a studio, and then we'd have to find somewhere to put all that stuff at.
I'm actually glad that didn't work out, because there was like a big windstorm here, and that whole shed just got blown away, just gone. Just like the whole, the only thing that was there was like the bottom half, the floors. That's it. Like everything just got shoop.
That'd have been all the BLC equipment just gone.
Yeah, our iPhone and
we were so ambitious. We were like, we're gonna get a table in here. We're gonna get these lights. We're gonna get a real camera on a tripod. Yeah, we never moved off the iPhone and duct tape.
Yeah, which we actually have big plans for whenever Lucas gets out. I think we're gonna make the room I'm in now, like the podcast room, I guess. We're wanting to get like a big table to put over here. We have a lot of good ideas. It's just the timing right now is off.
Yeah. But plans for the future. Hopefully things work out. But until then, we work with what we got, and so far so good, I think.
Yeah.
But throughout that, I would say it was probably towards Walmart, built a tent, BLC office. We were kind of, I guess, running out of ideas. That's kind of when we stopped making videos, because the original plan was we're going to be a chew review channel, and started running out of chews to review. There's only so many being sold around us.
Yeah.
So we had to start making new ideas and making videos on that.
There's a couple of videos that never really actually made it
Yeah,
too. Like we just weren't happy with it,
yeah,
or it was just kind of like we rambled on and it wasn't very entertaining, and like we were like we're not posting this. Like it don't matter how much editing you do to it. It's not gonna work.
yeah. So that's where a lot of the breaks happened, and then we'd go that long time span without making a video, and we kind of get that like itch again, because it was fun making videos. We liked making it. We still do. So we'd get back together and we'd whip up this random video, and post it, and we're like, hey, we think this is good. And some of the videos we came back and made, the idea was good, the execution wasn't.
Yeah.
Like the BLC reacts.
We oh god, that was so like
Cringy.
yeah.
Actually, like at the time the videos were funny, and hopefully y'all still think it's funny, but whenever you're watching a video with yourself in it,
Yeah.
it's
Like,
hard
you-
to
you
watch.
could-
It's hard to watch yourself.
In that video, you could barely hear us. Like, it was just a poorly shot video, and that was like the first video that we didn't edit ourselves, so we had somebody else edit it for us, which she done a really good job, but we didn't give her much to work with at all.
No, we didn't.
At all.
We didn't. Not at all.
Like, props to her though. Like she tried to
She tried to
resurrect
make
a
Garbage.
terrible video. Yeah.
Like, you can put as much glitter on trash as you want, it's still trash.
Right. Right.
Like,
But now I mean we got better stuff. We got better equipment. Like now I mean
and skills.
yeah. Like I mean look at this. Look. Back then we couldn't do stuff like this. We didn't know how to do stuff like this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, if I want to be a cat, I can be a cat.
Please get rid of that. Please
Why? I can be a cat if I want to be a cat.
Leave the room.
If I just want to disappear, gone. Where am I at?
You know,
Gone.
I like that one better.
Gone. Nothing but blue.
Yeah, just keep that one.
Or if I want to hide my face and just emojis, when I smile, it thinks that I'm winking.
Yeah, we got those snowflakes moving around and everything. It's the little things though. It's the little things, you know.
It is.
But,
It is.
Uh,
We have a lot better equipment to work with now.
yeah,
So
we'd come back, and I guess the videos we came back with were hit or miss, but and
the
then
title was always "We're Back."
oh my gosh, how many "We're Back" videos we had. Oh, and we came back for one video and leave again. It would be "We're back," and then another long time span, and then "We're back" again, and then another long time span, and then "We're back." And eventually we're like, yeah, we just need to stop. Because
Yeah.
we never came back. We just stopped by.
Yeah. The intent was there, but it just never. Like-
was there.
Looking back, we should have just said, we shouldn't have said "We're back." We should have just had a video come out and not even talked about like coming back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But the videos we were trying to just push out videos. We were like, because we were growing. We have like 92 subscribers right now, and we were like, we don't want to let all that go to waste. We need to make something. We can't just let the progress we made and just let it go away. And at this point, most of that is probably went away. But we're gonna rock with the podcast right now. So, um, we're not gonna be doing like the videos anymore, especially since we're on the opposite side of the country. It's not even gonna be possible.
I mean, we
Um,
could always do like clips of the podcast, like funny clips and stuff, but
yeah, it's stuff like that. But I mean, this is gonna like
never.
the intent is we are making this now a podcast channel. Um,
Yeah.
because if you go back and look, none of the videos are there. Um, they're not gone forever, but they're just privated. So if you were there to see them uh, when we were the original BLC, you got to see them. Right now, we're changing the focus. So to make this strictly what we are visioning is a podcast channel, we were like gonna private those. You know, those will just be
Right.
a good memory now.
And a lot of podcasts are like you got your murder mystery podcast, life podcast.
Yeah,
This is just like a
it's
think of it more as like
a
a
freestyle.
yeah like a or a we're all friends. We're all just hanging out talking. You know, like I mean, like I said before, if there's anything you want us to talk about or have any questions, let us know. Tell us in the comments.
Yeah, and
Um,
like like the entire idea of this first podcast was let you guys know future ambitions, kind of going back on memory lane, talking about the stuff that happened.
yeah,
And then future podcast is we're
right,
gonna have different subjects that we're probably gonna have
right.
written down that we'll talk about. We'll be doing like we'll either be talking about something viral going around. We
Po-
might
like tier lists.
doing
Those are
like
always fun.
doing like tier list. Maybe getting into some debates. Probably trying to stay away from controversial debates because we
Yeah,
don't want to make
we're,
any
we're
division.
gonna we're gonna
Um,
try to stay away from politics and stuff like that as
yeah,
much as we can.
yeah.
Because I mean,
Um,
at the end of the day, everybody's got a different opinion. That I mean,
yeah.
you know,
Um, but it'll be more interactive and just like fun stuff for
right,
all of us to enjoy.
right, right, right.
But and this is like we got over here to the right of me. Sorry, I forgot my directions. You got this temporary Christmas logo for the month of December.
Mm.
Honestly, we just needed something to populate the page with so it didn't look boring. Um, we'll have.
I think it looks good. I like it.
It looks good, especially I added the snow stuff literally last minute. I made like
Yeah.
this entire slide yesterday. The snow moving
This
last
morning.
minute. Good touch, I think. But yeah, we'll have more like interactive stuff up. So like if we're watching videos or if we're looking at different articles, we got tier lists like that. That stuff will be to the right of the webcams, and there'll just be more to go along with the podcast. And I guess at that point, it's not really a podcast unless we gotta be careful with like some of the stuff that we do cover because I know if we make a tier list, if you're just like an audio listener, you're not gonna be able to see the tier list. So we'll just make sure that we're like verbally making sure what we put in each section. So like if we're talking about restaurants or sports or players and stuff, and we're putting those in tier list, we'll make sure that you audio listeners are also keeping track of what we're saying and doing. But we got ideas. I'm really looking forward to what these podcasts bring up in the future. Me and Chase also stream on our own channels. We play a lot of Warzone, a lot of Call of Duty. So
Oh yeah.
that's gonna be taking up some of our time too.
Yep. Definitely.
But I think the better way of approaching this the BLC channel is like I don't want to oversaturate it. That's probably one of the things that we were doing in the beginning because we were just going in blind for just freestyling every video, and we were just trying to make these videos as quickly as we can, and we started running out of stuff to do, and we started getting burned out, and
Every time you say freestyle, I think of like just us sitting here just rapping.
y'all don't want to listen to that. But and we ran out of momentum, we ran out of ideas, and we just couldn't keep pace at the how often we were coming out at the beginning, and that led to us slowing down and stop making videos. This stay on the schedule, you know. Make sure we are coming up with ideas throughout the week, so that way we have stuff whenever we're going into it.
Yeah. Yep. We
But you know, it should be good. It should be good.
yeah, I'm excited.
Mhm.
I was really excited to get. I was actually, so usually, whenever we started our videos, I wasn't nervous at all. I was actually nervous starting this. I don't know if you felt the same, but like, I actually had butterflies. It's been so long.
A little, but once we started talking,
Yeah.
the gears start turning. You're able
Right.
to keep it going. I'm not gonna lie, right now I'm running out because like we have ideas for like the second, the third, and fourth episode. I think right now, at least some like ideas. I'm not gonna say that they're certain to happen. But the things we did have lined out for this video, we're starting to get towards the end if we're not already there. And we don't really have a set time limit.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we haven't talked about.
Yeah.
Like you got the let's see, the blizzard, the flood,
Yeah, so the blizzard and the the flood.
McDonald's days.
Yeah. Well, the blizzard, there wasn't there was a video on that. But that was on my channel, like my gaming channel. It wasn't even a gaming channel. It was just like my YouTube account, and I put it up there for Tyler to watch. I was live streaming it, and the entire intent
Just for
behind it
Tyler.
was just for Tyler to see.
Instead of FaceTiming him.
because I was snowed in to my apartment, so I was like, I'm bored. Just make something funny. It was cringy. I think it was cringy. My friends think it's funny, but
Yeah, I got a couple of good screenshots and clips from that video.
yeah, yeah. But it was just it wasn't even. It wasn't like, hey, I want to make a video. It was like, I'm live streaming. Tyler, please watch.
Yeah, please watch. Please watch me,
watch.
Tyler.
But yeah, it was a crazy snow that year. I was snowed in, couldn't get out, and I was like, I'm gonna make a video that's stupid on how to survive a snowstorm. When you're snowed
He
in your
literally makes
apartment.
a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. That's his survival, is making a sandwich. He don't go to making sure that he's warm and stuff. He goes to the food first. He went straight to the
Set
kitchen
your
to make him a
priorities. Set your priorities. Food's at the top.
Yeah. There's a snow apocalypse happening, and Lucas goes for the kitchen.
It's the best place to go. I go there even when there's not a snow apocalypse.
Yeah.
Oh.
What you made? Didn't you have like a can of beans too?
Oh yeah, I showed my can of beans. See, the can of beans is for when the power goes out, because those are already cooked. I mean, I guess the PB and J is already cooked too, but the jelly's in the fridge, and the fridge will go out. So
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich is already cooked. You cook them?
the peanut butter's cooked.
You just throw it in the air fryer.
No, I'm like,
Dude, for the longest time, let me tell you guys, for the longest time, Lucas was so against the air fryer. Now he cooks everything in it.
Okay, he says so against an air fryer. I was never so against an air fryer. I was just like,
You were
I
so
wasn't
against
on the air fryer train. I just
Lucas.
wasn't on it. I was never
You
against it.
you were 100% against it.
I wasn't against
You
it. But I am an advocate
Lucas.
now, I will say, for an air fryer. If you don't have one, get you an air fryer. It's
Yeah.
life changing.
He,
Makes better food
he,
in an oven. The only restriction
he
is it has to fit in the air fryer.
even puts the cereal in the air fryer.
I don't put cereal in the air fryer. But
I wouldn't doubt it.
off the air fryer thing, you know, like it was, yeah. Chase thinks I was against it. I wasn't. I wasn't. You know, I wasn't.
Yeah,
But
you
we'll
were.
have that maybe we'll have like a food debate or something in the future. I don't know. We'll talk
Oh,
about
we're
air fries.
experts on that.
Yeah, we'll have an entire food podcast.
We're
I'll tell you all the different things you can put in an air fryer to just make it the best food you've eaten. But air fryer is the goat. Is the goat. But
I just got reminded that I got a motorcycle. So going back to the first 2 minutes of the podcast, I did get a motorcycle.
oh yeah,
Forgot to mention that.
talk about all your
Yeah,
motorcycle adventures real quick.
yeah, man, the first year of me getting a motorcycle, man, we rode like even in the wintertime. There was 4 of us. We would actually ride to work in the wintertime. Like it would be like 40 degrees outside. We were riding. Didn't matter. Did not matter.
Mm. Well, I've been not optimistic. I've been skeptical. That's the word I'm looking for about a motorcycle. I don't know. At times I've really wanted one. I've been looking at them, shopping for them. Never bought one though. Never bought one.
Yeah.
Uh,
I went with the cruiser, and like those are fun if you just want to like cruise.
mm-hmm.
I've been actually wanting to look at sports bikes now as well. I kind of want to have both, but I kind of don't because they're expensive. Like maintenance wise, they're a lot cheaper than cars and stuff. I also got a truck,
Mm-hmm.
but that's just a truck. But yeah, motorcycles around here it's difficult because one day it can be 90 degrees and sunny, the next day it could be snowing. And it's just the weather's too inconsistent
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
unless it's summertime. And then during the summer it's always raining. I mean you got thunderstorms and everything else.
Yeah.
Tell them about Chato pulling in his driveway. Oh, brother. Do I have a story for you guys?
I've never heard
Thank you.
this.
Thank you for that, Matt. So, I had a bike, Matt had a bike, and one of our other friends had a motorcycle. So it's time for Chato to get one. So we finally, he found one. It was a little bobber that he liked, and we went to go look at it. He liked it. He paid for it, and he had the guy deliver the bike to his house. We went to his house, picked it up. Matt rode it back to my house, and we have a long driveway, so we were like, that's perfect for Charlie to learn how to ride a bike because he's never rode a motorcycle. Well, he's doing good, you know. He's got the basics down. He's kind of going slow. Well, me and one of my other friends, we had to go get gas, and so we left. We went down the road, and Matt took his helmet off and put it up on the road sign. And him and Chato were like, he was just riding beside Chato to make sure that he didn't fall over or whatever, but he was fine. Well, we come back and Charter's helmet or Matt's helmet is gone. This is like I think it was like a $400 helmet. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody had just stole it, and so me and me and one of my friend, we came back, and we didn't know who took it. He told us it was some guy in a truck, whatever. So we wait on the guy to come back, and basically he hands us the helmet back and says, not to leave it up there again. There's people that'll steal it, and we're like, the only person that's going to steal stuff is the person that just stole the helmet. That's just a weird way to teach a lesson. Like, here, I'm going to steal your $400 helmet, so you don't leave it again. Here you go. I mean, whatever. But so it starts getting dark. So we follow Charo home to make sure that he gets home. We're going like 30 in a 45, and we finally get to his road, and he just goes flying by it. Like, he just misses his road completely. And he has to go into somebody else's driveway and turn around. And whenever we were trying to get him turned around, he almost pulls out in front of a car. So I thought he was gonna wreck right then. I thought he was gone. I thought he was gonna get hit. Well, he didn't get hit. So I was relieved. I was like, okay, finally, we're gonna get him up to his driveway, get him home. Don't have to worry about him no more. We're pulling up his terrible driveway. Awful. The worst driveway I've ever been on. It's gravel. It's got 3-foot deep potholes. We finally get up to his house, right? His brother's sitting outside on the porch with his phone just recording. And Chardo thinks that he's just, big old macho man. He's got a cool bike, a loud motorcycle. He thinks he's cool, right? He goes to rev up his motorcycle, but he didn't know that you're supposed to pull in the clutch whenever you rev your bike. So he whiskey throttles it. And if you don't know what that is, that's when you throttle it, and then you just you panic and you hold down the throttle. So he's holding down the throttle, going straight to his house. Through his house, he's hanging on, and he jerks it over to the left, and he's just he's off the bike at this point. He's just hanging on. He's Superman in the motorcycle. He goes straight to the ground, right? He goes straight into the ground. I thought he was dead. He jumps up, dives on the bike, and turns it off. And his mom, man, she was crying. She was so upset, and having a son now, I can see why, but oh man, she said, Dios míos, mi bebé. I was
yeah, I've never heard that story.
I never laughed so hard in my entire life. It was rough. It was rough.
So his
dad comes out and says, "Is the bike okay?" He says, "Is the bike okay?" And his mom's just crying. She has to go inside.
So
and
whiskey throttled it, and the bike just took off from under him.
Yeah, it took off, and he was going towards his house, but thankfully he missed it, but that much. His house, he would have ran smack into his house. But he yanked it over to the left and went straight in. He messed up his mom's little flower bed and everything else, but the bike was okay. Yeah. That was his first day. That was his first day riding a motorcycle.
Wow.
But Chato was always he had a couple of incidents. Honestly, I have a video on my Facebook. Actually, no, it's not on my Facebook. It's on somebody else's Facebook. But one of our other friends had a GoPro on his bike, and we were getting gas. And Charter gets gas, and same bike. The bike wasn't messed up after the first wreck. Anyways, he gets gas. He turns on his bike. And at the exhaust is just a huge flame. It's on fire. and I start panicking, and like we're yelling at him. He thinks that he dropped his wallet on the ground. He's looking on the ground for his wallet. He didn't even see the flame. And it was just like we had some funny adventures with motorcyclists, man. Like not too long ago, we were pulling into work, and this dude literally pulls in, runs over Matt's foot, and falls down at the gate. And it was on security camera. Like the security people were just dying laughing at him because like, and so I was like here, Matt's here, and then Charlie pulls up over here. The only thing I can see is Matt. And I see Charlie's little foot just come up on the other side of Matt. I was like, "What are you doing? Like, how does that even happen?" Oh,
Dang. Yeah, I've
tough
never heard
times.
that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, Charlie's not the only one that has had incidents. I got chased by a dog, on our road. Then I went into a ditch
Mm.
because the dog was coming for my foot, and I was like, "This is the first time I had a bike too," and like I don't know what to do. I've never rode before, and I went straight into a ditch, and Jessica wouldn't answer her phone. Nobody would answer the phone, so I'm stuck in a ditch, can't get my bike out. Which I don't know why I called, because I mean, what are, I don't see how, like, I guess you could have helped me pull it up, but really all I did was just I turned the bike back on and just kind of floored it up out of the ditch. Rough times. Rough times.
So, which one of you have not uh, gotten your bike tipped over or fell over or?
Um, all of us have. All of us. I'd say one of our other friends that we work with now, he's had the worst. He definitely has had a worst. I don't know if he wants me to say his name, whatever, or tell the story, but I'll check in with him and ask him if it's okay, and I'll let you guys know that story. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. He gets a new bike, and it basically tries to kill him. Like you would think there was a demon on the back of that bike just trying to kill him.
Yeah.
But
Probably
we'll,
one of the biggest reasons why I haven't gotten one is
yeah.
learning how to ride a motorcycle. Like, I mean, I've ridden like dirt bikes and stuff as a little kid, but that's about it.
Yeah.
And there's a learning curve to learning how to do a motorcycle. And here, me this close to the big city, and
Yeah.
there's an interstate called I-5. I would die. I would die. So
Yeah. I would definitely
it
wait.
isn't gonna happen while I'm here. And then I'd have to figure out like in a year, a little over a year when I leave, what I, like, do I haul it back? Do I sell it? Like, yeah. So I haven't done it. Probably, and I'm not going to while I'm here for sure. The only time I've been on a motorcycle is the last time I was home. I went up to see Tyler, who has a street bike. I think it's like a Yamaha or something. I can't remember. Anyhow, he's telling me to ride it around the parking lot. I keep saying no. I'm not riding around the parking lot. I'm not going to be responsible for tipping over your bike and scratching it. And if I don't ride it, I can't tip it over. So I refused to ride it. And then we came back to his apartment later that day, and Tyler is not letting me not ride it. So I finally say, all right, we'll try. And I get on it. I start putting around the parking lot doing circles. I think the fastest I got to was 10 miles an hour. And I ain't gonna lie, very fun. Also different than what I was expecting. Because turning on a motorcycle makes you want to lean one way or another a lot. So it feels weird when you're trying to fight against it, and if you've never ridden one before, your instinct isn't to lean towards the ground. So
Yeah, it's different. It's definitely pretty hard. But the thing that I always tell people that has never rode before is like you want to counter steer, which means if you want to go left, you push your left hand into the handlebar.
yeah.
So if like you want to go left, you'll push left and kind of like I don't know, it's weird.
Mhm.
Counter steer. If you don't know what counter steer is, look it up.
Yeah. But we'll see. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. But
I remember when we were like, yeah, we're gonna get motorcycles and we're gonna have our own little club. You remember that? I went to Walmart and bought a ring. That ring that I bought, I was like, this is for
yeah, because this is right after
yeah.
we watched Sons of Anarchy.
Yep.
So we were gonna call them what, like we were gonna call the club the Rising Suns.
Yeah. But
we were stupid. I mean, we
yeah,
still
we
are,
were.
but
Yeah.
we just hide it better. But yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I do have to say though, is Matt and Chato definitely they've been watching too much Sons of Anarchy the way they ride. Man, there was one ride with Chato. We let him lead and let him take us to the lake, and I didn't think he was gonna make it to the lake, because he was going like he was pushing 90. He had to have been around these deep curves, and on the road was like gravel, was like rocks, so like a lot of them too. So I'd be riding, and there's rocks flinging up from my front tire and hitting me. I'm like, dude, I gotta slow down. Like this is not, because it was right after work. We were all tired, but we wanted to ride. I was just, I gotta slow down. You know, I'll get there when I get there. It was rough. We definitely had some pretty sketchy rides. There was one time that we wanted to ride. It was before I went to on vacation, and my back tire was like the wires were showing, and I still rode.
Jeez. Ain't no way.
Matt's motto is always, ride until you can't. You know, the tire's good until it pops. Ask him.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if anybody noticed, but my camera finally focused about 20 minutes ago. Sorry, it's been out of focus for the first hour.
Has it?
Yeah, it was.
I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I didn't notice until it focused, and I was like, "Holy cow!" It got a lot more clear. So, stuff like that, we'll make sure that we double check before we start the next time. There's definitely gonna be some technical issues, but getting this first one out of the way gives us something to go back and look at to know what we need to fix. The first one's always gonna have problems,
Right. And the second one's probably gonna have problems. Like the first couple of episodes are gonna have problems, but I mean, just work with us. If there's something that bothers you, or you think that we could do something better, again, there's a comment section. Let us know. We read them. I got them pulled up right here. Just
yeah, and
hey man, this podcast it sucks.
Yeah.
Can you do something different?
And things are bound to change, so we'll keep making improvements, changes. Listen to y'all, see what y'all want to see.
Yep.
But honestly, there's definitely a lot more stories to tell. I can't think of any right now. We'll definitely.
You don't have
any
funny stories from the military?
Maybe, but can't think of any at the moment. But don't worry, we'll come out and tell y'all about it. But we are closing in towards an hour and a half. I think this has been a pretty successful first episode.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
feel the same, sweet.
Yeah, I mean, you guys have been pretty interactive.
Yeah,
That's what we like to see.
it's been good. It's been good. Definitely expect to hear from us. I know we have some of the social media platforms. We'll definitely get those pushing again.
Yeah, we gotta-
keeping everyone updated. We'll be adding stuff to the channel so y'all can go and see those the news and the updates coming out. But
Right, we actually have a TikTok as well,
yeah,
which Lucas doesn't really. He doesn't.
I deleted
Do-
TikTok.
Yeah, he doesn't do TikTok anymore.
I used to have it. I
Oh.
deleted it. It's keeping me.
Which-
I'd go to bed and I would fall asleep 2 hours later because I was watching TikToks.
Yep.
So
Our
to,
we only have one video in here, but our TikTok is literally Big League Chewers. We used to have a Snapchat, but that's too much. That's too much.
yeah, we'll probably just stick with like having a TikTok with the some clips and then the Instagram. Keep y'all updated on the channel. But overall,
Yep.
I think we're closing towards the end here, and thank you everybody who tuned in and watched us live. I think we hit a
Definitely.
high of 7 tonight,
I
which
think we
is
did.
more than I was expecting for the first one. Not gonna lie, 7. So
Yeah.
thank you
Um,
everybody for decided to come watch two knuckleheads spit out a bunch of random stuff.
Yep. Yep. It's definitely been. I like this. It's for me. It's fun. We get to. It's more interactive than just posting a video, and you guys commenting. Like we're literally like you comment, we respond right then. It's just more. It's more interactive, and that's what I like.
Yep.
I like to be more interactive with you guys and talk to you guys on here, and also like it for me and Lucas, like we really don't get time to sit here and talk and reminisce and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I've really enjoyed this time. I really have.
Yep.
We got about 6 more minutes till we. I mean, I kind of want to make it an hour and a half. I do want to bring up special guests. That's another thing that we're gonna do. Like, I don't. We're gonna have to figure out how we're gonna do the. Well, actually, we already know how. We're just gonna make sure that they're in the Discord and they have a camera. Which if they don't have a camera, we can just. I mean, they can talk. I mean, we don't have to see them. I don't guess. But yeah. Special guest. We'll have special guests. This first one we just kind of wanted, you know, me and Lucas sit here, talk, lay out the foundation of what we want and stuff like that. But definitely, I feel like it's gonna get better. I feel like this first. I'm dipping on Grizzly Screwball, always Grizzly Wintergreen. But I definitely feel like this first podcast is above our standards. Like, I'm happy with it. I'm happy with you guys talking to us. That's awesome. I appreciate it, Lucas. I know he appreciates it. It's awesome. It really helps our self-esteem. Or like, and the channel self-esteem. You know.
Yeah. So, yeah, highly appreciated, guys, coming out.
Oh yeah,
watching
definitely
the first episode of the podcast, the BLC comeback the world has been waiting for.
And this is an actual comeback. Like we actually have plans, and you know this ain't just we're back. You know this is.
This is.
You know.
And it's a lot more serious.
It is.
Yeah.
We've actually, like, if you look back at our videos and then to now, like, we've actually, like, this is how we normally are. The videos, we weren't necessarily fake. It was just more more energy. So it's like you're not gonna be entertained when we're just sitting there like, hey guys, this is what we're gonna do, and this is more of like a this is more of us.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, but if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button.
Oh, yeah.
If you enjoyed the podcast, like it.
100%.
If you didn't like the podcast, dislike it. Let us know what we could change.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. And like I said, like we were saying before, wanting to hear from y'all. Y'all got something you want to put in a podcast? Let us know. We will get you in a Discord call. And you don't have to have a
Definitely.
webcam if you don't want. It can be audio only. And you can tell some stories. You can
Yeah.
be a part of some debates. I mean, just let us know. We will get y'all in one. So
Definitely. Yeah, if you have like a crazy story that that's funny or something, or you want to talk about your first time dipping, any dip stories, whatever. Really anything. You got a story about anything? Let us know,
yeah, for
and
sure.
we can definitely do that. That'd be fun. That'd be really fun. But yeah,
Yep.
I think that's it. That's all I've got.
Yeah. Uh, Nothing else from here really.
I really don't want to go
Again,
on a loop about.
yeah.
Mm.
Keep repeating ourselves just to
Yeah.
hit these next 2 minutes.
But like really, like I'm really not trying to repeat myself, but I just want you guys to understand that like it really does mean a lot that you're here. Like it really does. Like
Yeah.
genuinely.
Yeah.
Like it really does.
Yeah. But
It helps a lot.
like I said, everyone, thanks for being here. And I'm
Doing
Lucas.
good. And I'm Chase.
And don't forget to sit back.
And Spit Black.
We will see you guys in episode